All right, Predator Badlands. Badlands. He's going to the Badlands. Why is it called Predator Badlands? Well, to give you a little bit of backstory on this, Predator, this guy, I think his name's Dwyn. No, just kidding. The guy's name is Deck, or the Predator's name is Deck, the Yautja. Runt, okay? He's a runt. His dad is waiting for him to prove himself. He's decided he's waited too long. He's fed up with him. Time to kill him. So he tries to get his brother, who's proven himself. He's actually a graduated Yautja. He has proven himself. He's like, you know what? Kill your runt brother, Deck, and we want to be done with him. He's bringing dishonor to our clan. We're over it, okay? And his brother's like, nah, I'm good. His brother's name's Quay, right? His brother's like, nah, I'm good. I can't do that. Listen, Deck, go to the Badlands. Go to this incredibly insane final boss who no one's been able to defeat yet, because Deck's like, I'm the weakest. I have to kill the most challenging final boss in order to be able to prove myself to father, okay? Because I'm the runt of the family. Anyways, Quay's like, yeah, get out of here. Quay ends up getting murdered by his own father because Quay doesn't have the brutal strength, the mental strength to kill his own little runt brother. So Deck's out of there, goes to the Badlands, ends up teaming up with this cyborg. Just kidding. It's actually just Deus Ex Machina girl, like straight up android. Teams up with her. She knows the Badlands. She helps him navigate the Badlands, right? And he ends up befriending some people along the way. You know, he's like, I'm just a solo fighter. You know, I'm a solo hunter, blah, blah, blah. He ends up accumulating a team, right? He ends up accumulating this android girl. She's like only half of an android. She's missing her lower half, so he's got to carry her around. He ends up finding this little like monkey looking creature, and ends up, you know, he wants to kill like this eyeball looking thing, and he ends up killing it and saving the little monkey creature. The monkey creature kind of helped him out as well. So, you know, the monkey's like, I'm homies with you now. He's like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm using, you know, this android as a tool, and that's all she's good for. Just use her. Typical men. Am I right? I'm just kidding. That was kind of funny. Okay, so anyways, he ends up figuring out that the final boss is actually the mother of the little monkey thing that he helped save, or that he saved, right? And yeah, it's a heartwarming little story. So he ends up turning on the cyborg's sister, right? And because the cyborg sister is trying to take this final boss back to Earth, because it has regenerative properties. Okay, regenerative healing. Like you can cut its head off, it will reattach its head. You can cut other parts of it off, it will reattach. Anyways, so that's why the bad girl, the cyborg baddie, the android baddie, is saying, we got to take this one back to Earth. We're out here on a mission. We've been given a mission, and you know, these two cyborgs, the one who's like half the cyborg, the other, or the one who's half android, like half of an android girl, and the other one who is a full android girl, that the half android girl that, well, first of all, sorry, they've both been given feelings, right? They've both been given feelings in order to be able to better harvest the artifacts from this planet, right? To relate to people on this planet, or things on this planet, to better harvest the assets from the planet. So the baddie is a baddie. She's a baddie. She's a bad girl. She wants to, she's trying to just serve the overlords, trying to serve the corporation. This other girl, this other android who's working with Deck, she is a homie, okay? So she ends up working with Deck. They end up defeating her baddie sister, and but in the process, her baddie sister ends up killing the final boss, exploding the final boss. So twist in the story, spoiler block. Stop here if you haven't seen the movie yet. Honestly, if you haven't seen the movie, you shouldn't have been watching until now anyways, but spoiler block right now. Here's a twist to the ending. Dec goes back to his home planet where his daddy lives, and he has a final showdown with his daddy. And maybe another spoiler block here. Do you think that he wins or not? Okay, that's the real question. He goes back with his new clan, with his android girlfriend, with the little monkey thing who's now started to grow a little bit. Kind of a big, kind of getting a little big. Okay, sort of looking like its mother. And that's the end of the movie. It was actually fairly cute. Okay. You know, getting the clan together, getting the new clan together, one where he's actually accepted. He doesn't have to prove himself, and he isn't trying to be killed, or his father isn't trying to kill him. Everyone on his new clan, they don't want to kill him. They're just homies with him. So I took my girlfriend to watch this movie. Ended up being a good movie. You know, it started at like 9:30, so I guess movie time started at like 7 or 9:30 if you're watching them at night. And we had the option of watching this one, Predator Badlands, or The Running Man. And I actually saw the reviews for Predator Badlands. Sorry, Badlands. Why am I doing that? Why do I have that little accent, that little Midwestern accent, or maybe even like my cousins from upstate New York? Anyways, we ended up deciding to go with Predator Badlands because the reviews were great. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes had it up there, okay? Audience score, off the chain. And the critic review as well, off the chain. So we were like, well, more like, I was like, yeah, let's go watch this, because my girlfriend's like, it's going to be so late. Let's not go watch something. You know, I'm going to end up falling asleep. So you pick a movie that you want to watch. And so I'm like, okay, I'll pick a movie I want to watch. It's got good ratings. Let's go. But she ended up really enjoying it as well, you know, because there were little critters that the Predator was. There was like this one little like lizard critter that the Predator collected, ended up sacrificing himself in the fight with the baddie, okay, with the bad sister. And, you know, that was really sad for her. Not really sad, but, you know, she was kind of sad. Anyway, so it was, you know, it was a good movie, and I would suggest going and watching it, even though I've spoiled it for you at this point. Maybe you were just perusing the internet looking for a little review of this. I'm sorry, I've spoiled it for you. I did say spoiler block, so, you know, it's your fault. But anyways, yeah, this has been a review of Predator Badlands. Predators still just have ugly faces, you know, though. No offense to them. They have some ugly faces. I do like that they do that little, you know, like they vibrate their cheeks, and they kind of sound scary, honestly. It's pretty intimidating. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this review of Predator Badlands. Go out and watch it. If you haven't already, catch it in a cheap movie theater and enjoy. Bring your girlfriend along. She'll enjoy the little critters. She'll enjoy the little monkey, ugly monkey. And yeah, thanks for checking out this review. Peace.